Hi. Have you wondered what you can do as a business owner or entrepreneur during these times where all over the world now, a lot of us have to work from home, or you may have just gotten notice from your employer that you have to work from home. You're trying to figure out how you're going to make this happen during this next time, these 14 to 31 days where people are having to actually work from home and not go into the office. Or are you a business owner where you're thinking, okay, now a lot of people are working from home, is kind of messing things up as to what you had planned for your business. You had thought you were going to be able to operate your business a certain way. You had your schedule planned out, but then the world came, right? All this change happened in our world right now where you're trying to figure out how do you stay focused on what you need to work on for your business. Well, if that's you, this video is for you because we're going to talk about 25 ways of how you can work from home, still be productive. But this is for the business owners, for the people that are in business, the people that are thinking about starting a business. I know that we have many God-inspired entrepreneurs out there, and you may be interested in starting a business and you're trying to figure this all out. What is it like to work from home? What can you do to get started? And what do you need to do to be productive and keep your business moving? So we got a lot of great tips that we're going to go over now, and I'm excited to be able to do this live for you. Hi, my name is Kimberly Benjamin. I am a master HR compliance coach. I help businesses and HR professionals to stay legal and compliant with HR employment law. So I also help God-inspired entrepreneurs with setting up their businesses and identifying, what's their purpose in business, what do they need to do, as well as helping them to set up their organizations, the companies, the God ideas that the Lord has placed in their heart. I actually have 3 companies myself. I do have a corporation, a nonprofit, which is a 501c3, and an LLC. So when we talk about business stuff, I totally get it. I know what it's like. And so my goal today is to make sure that you have a plan of action, even if you have to be that person working from home. Even if you have to be that person, you can't leave the house or leave the facility where you work because you're quarantined. We're going to talk about that. So go ahead and get out your pen and paper. We're going to go over 25 things, tips and tasks, things that you can do to make sure that you are staying productive. And one moment, I'm going to get my cup of water right quick. As a trainer, I understand the importance of making sure that you always have some water nearby just in case you need to clear your throat. But welcome, everyone. For all the people that are joining, I see that you're joining. Feel free to type hello as you're joining in. This is a live training here, and this will be streamed on multiple platforms after this. So feel free to comment below. Let me know where you're from, your name, or I see your name already on here, but where you're from. But to the people that are joining, hello and welcome to you all. So go ahead and get your pen out because I really want to focus on the business owners. Everyone knows that this is my passion, my love, business. And for those of you that have thought about starting a business, feel free to know that we're going to talk about that as well. And I just want to give a shout out to my nephew. I see Keyshawn, you're here. Love you, man. Thanks for joining. I look forward to seeing you soon as well. And I'll call you after this live as well. So let's talk about what can we do as business owners during this time where we're in isolation right now, right? A lot of us, you're at home, you have to work from home. You're trying not to move around a lot and go outside because you want to make sure you remain healthy. I know a lot of you are working out and keeping your immune systems up. And as business owners, we know the importance of being able to do that as well. So kudos to you. Keep doing that. But get your pen and paper. Let's go over some of the things that we should do as business owners. The first thing that I want you to do and to write down is to review your company financials. We are at the end of first quarter right now in this month that we're in. So that means we still have 3 more quarters to go. Where are you as relates to your financials? What kind of money have you been bringing in over the last 3 months? What were the goals and the sales projections that you had created or identified for your company to make or to reach this quarter in this quarter? How far are you from that? Now is the perfect time to be able to sit back and look at your numbers. Now, I know I'm speaking to business owners. You're used to this anyway, at least hopefully you should be. but really, where are you right now as relates to your financials? And this could be a great opportunity for you to look at it and switch things up, okay? And we know that businesses have been created because there is a need, and we're going to talk about that in our tips today. What need are you fulfilling? And as you can imagine, right now, in this day and age that we're in right now, there is a need, right? So we're going to talk about that too and end this training talking about that particular need. So the first thing is to look at your financials and identify what you need to do, what you need to tweak or change so that you're able to still reach your financial goals in this quarter. Now, number 2 for us is it's a perfect time for you to prepare to get your taxes done. As you know, if you're a corporation, the month that we're in now, your taxes, you should have that completed. I know for me, by me having a corporation myself, I made sure my taxes were done in January because I know that time can get away from us really quick, right? We think we have all the time in the world. We think we have all our receipts. We think we're doing everything right, but that tends to pop up when it's time for taxes, right? And some of you may be used to having extensions, filing extensions. I'm not saying that we have not done that. I know I've done that sometimes as well, but it's important that you're able to make the deadline without having to file extensions all the time. Because that one time that you forget to do something or forget to file it, then you can have huge fines from the IRS, and I want to make sure that you don't have any of those type of fines. So tip number 2 for today for our business owners is to make sure you get your taxes done, as well as get prepared for it. Where are your receipts? Have you been documenting your expenses and the money that's coming in? Have you gathered the information that you need to submit to your accountant regarding your business? So take this time now that you're at home, now we have to stay put in a sense. Make sure you're spending the time to get your money, your financials in order and get your taxes done or getting prepared for your taxes, okay? Tip number 3 for our business owners out there as relates to how you can stay at home and still be productive and get things done during this time of quarantine. Number 3 is to create video calls. Yes, write that down, video calls. If you have clients and people you want to connect with, you don't have to see them by going to visit them. You can actually conduct video calls similar to this and still be able to see them and still have those meetings. So, and it's really good when you're meeting with people out of state. A lot of us, we utilize technology. A lot of you may be familiar with this platform called Zoom, Zoom. Highly recommend using that for meetings. I know for the clients that I have on retainer on a monthly basis, we utilize Zoom and other platforms so that we're able to still see each other, meet with each other, keep each other updated on certain things. I highly recommend Zoom. That's Zoom. Okay. There are other software systems that I use too for video calls. I'm testing those out, and in the future, I'll have some of Kimberly's favorite technology tips. And I'll be sharing with you some of the technology, software systems, apps that I use in my business. But make sure you continue to have those video calls. If you have an iPhone or a phone that you're able to have video calls, you can still contact your clients and see them and have that conversation with them as well. So that's tip number 3. Make sure you're doing those video calls, okay? Number 4, this is a perfect time for you to create your email sequences. So for those of you who have an email system where you're sending out emails to your clients, to people that are following you, people that you have in your network, people that you have in your database, and utilize this time to start creating what are you going to say to them? What is the content you're going to be sharing with them? How are you going to be able to provide tips or assist them? What are some of the products you may reveal to them or pitch to them in a sense down the road? But look at your emails. Do you have a great system in place where you're able to capture emails from people? How often are you reaching out to your candidates, to your clients, to your customers via email? How often are they actually opening those emails up and replying to you? What platform do you use for that? So this is a great time for you to do some research, evaluate that, as well as start creating your emails and tweaking them. They don't have to be perfect. Tweak them. But now you have this downtime in a sense. Perfect time for you to look at your emails, a sequence strategy, and develop a new one and implement it. Okay? A next tip for you, tip number 5, is to also look at your message bots. How many of you use Messenger to reach out to your customers, Facebook Messenger? Anybody? You use Messenger? Now, we've been hearing a whole lot about chat boxes and message boxes and bots, excuse me. When's the last time you've created one for your company? When's the last time that you set that up? When's the last time you went through some training to learn more about that? I tell you, the coaches and the training that I've been going through, we have started utilizing those, and I really do enjoy it. So this could be a good time for you to learn more about that. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, or you're saying, Kimberly, I've always wanted to understand how I can utilize Messenger or different types of chat boxes for my business, feel free to comment below. I would love to be able to find out from our video, our live now, who's interested in that, so we're able to develop a training, schedule a future lives for business owners out there. So feel free to type that down below or send me a private message if you want to do that as well, so I can know that's something that you may be interested in. Tip number 6 for business owners is to contact your clients. Call them. Earlier we talked about the video calls. You still can use your phone. A lot of times sales are made by utilizing the phone. All this technology, all the things that we do utilize for our business, sometimes people are afraid of just placing that phone call, talking to that client, finding out what their needs are, right? I don't want that to be you. So if you have people you need to reach out to, you can still have those phone calls. You don't have to meet with them face to face. You can still just give them a call, schedule those calls. And that's one of the things that I did recently. I looked at a list of my clients and people who I've served in the past. I've reached out to all of them, letting them know, hey, I'm very interested and I'm hearing from you. You know, what are some of your training needs? What are some of your needs you may have for human resources? Let's connect. Can you let me know what day and time is best for us to connect next week? And I was able to follow up with 3 individuals, and we're talking about some future projects for this year. So don't forget, and don't be afraid to utilize your phone. Contact the people. Contact them. Because they want to really hear from you. Let's just be honest. Sometimes people just need to hear from the CEO. They need to hear from you. They want to be able to hear your voice, hear your tone. You can ask them questions, find out what their needs are, versus the email and versus the other technology. So just pick up the phone and call your clients, people you need to follow up with or people you've been wanting to meet with as well. Number 7, now is the perfect time for you to set up your spam features on your laptop. Now that we have this downtime, if you will, perfect time to try to clean up your laptop, right? Get organized, get your files together, make sure you know where you're going to place certain things so you can get to it very quickly. Set up some systems in place where you don't get that spam or trying to clean out your inbox and your computer. Perfect time to be able to do that right now. Perfect time to be able to clean that out. Here's our next tip for you. Tip number 8. Perfect time for you to look at websites and see if there's any types of new websites you need to create or landing pages you may need to create for your business and for your products and your services. So you don't need to see somebody face to face or be with someone face to face to get that done. And it could just be your first step with identifying, evaluating your current website. Is it really current right now? Does it have the services and products on there, the things that you've been promoting for the year? Looking at the content, do you need to reevaluate the content, how things are laid out? Is it really the right type of words that can allow people to purchase and increase your conversion rate when you're trying to sell things to your customers online? So check out your website. And for those of you that don't have a website, I always like to do this. I do utilize companies that I trust to build my websites, but it first starts with what is your vision for your website? So if you're that person that don't have a website yet, I would say get out some sheets of paper and identify what do you want to have on your website. What is the product that you want to promote? How are people going to engage with you or purchase? Is that website set up in a way where people can share information on different social media platforms? So be mindful of evaluating your current website. A lot of times we create websites and we don't look at them. We forget the content that's out there on our website. We forget to have people go to our website to contact us, etc. But what does your website look like? And it's a perfect time for you to evaluate the branding and the content and the purpose of your website. Now is a perfect time too. As I think of websites, if you have a domain name that you want to use for a future website, now's a perfect time to make sure that you do have it reserved. So what I mean by that is if you have a company name or a promotion or a product that you're working on right now, is that name available? So whatever the name of that company or service or product or whatever that's coming to your mind, .com or .net, is it available? Because the last thing you want to do is spend all your time trying to promote something and people can't find you, or they type in what you've been promoting, that product, that service, that business name, but it goes somewhere else. It's not going to your company. So if that's you, take this time right now to think about what are some of the future products, product launches, companies, things of that nature that you need, and make sure you do get your own website. Make sure you get that domain. Now, I know there are a lot of companies that you can register and get domains from. The company that I use is npsis.com. I've used them for years, and I have like over 30 or 40. Well, I used to have around 40, but now I have maybe around 20 to 30 domains that I have registered under my company, because God has always given me ideas of new products and things I need to do, and I want to make sure that that domain name, I have it. No one else has it. So take this time now as you're being creative and thinking of how you're going to promote your company and thinking about how you're going to develop these programs and services. Make sure that that name is available, that domain name is available. And for my speakers out there and authors out there, the title of your book, is that website domain available? Or does someone else already have it? Or also, too, speakers and presenters, your name. So my name is Kimberly Benjamin. So you know I have KimberlyBenjamin.com reserved. Do you have your name registered? Okay. And if you need help with trying to identify that or get that registered, let us know. But this is a perfect time as you're getting these ideas and you're thinking about your business. Make sure that you have the domain for that particular idea, that name, that website, that company, that product. Make sure you have the domain name for it already registered. Okay. Now, the next thing to be mindful of is trials. A lot of us, we have software trials, apps that you may have downloaded on your phone. But as business owners, we learn about different types of platforms. We want to try it out. There may be a period where you can try it out for free before you have to pay for it. Has it happened to any of you? You know what I'm talking about? If that's you, this is a perfect time for you to make sure that you're utilizing those trials or signing up for certain trials for different types of software to use for your business, just to see how ease of use that is. Is that something you're going to be using? Take this time, now that you have this time at home to kind of stay put, try out some of the trials and really spend the time utilizing them. One of the major mistakes people make when they sign up for free trials for software is that they don't use it, and then they forget that that trial period is about to end soon, and then that's how that company makes money, because if they have your credit card information, they're going to start charging your credit card. So if you're going to sign up for a trial, make sure that you do your due diligence, be organized, utilize it, set time to actually go in and really use that trial that software up, and then you're able to make a decision before that trial period ends. Now, there's been cases for me where I have things I've signed up for that are free that I'm using now. And then there's some times where I elect to sign up and go for the paid version. And as one of my coaches always say, there are free services out there, but you get what you pay for. And in order for you to really be above and beyond and really utilize the systems that are in place to keep your company moving in the right direction so you can do less work and make things automated, you're going to have to pay for that. So just be mindful of that. There may be some things some programs you may want to pay for. And what I'm going to be doing is for my business owners and our private business group that we have, I'm going to be sharing some resources that I use in my business and software systems that I use and apps that I use, things that keep me productive. And if that's something that you're saying, Kimberly, I know I want to make sure I stay on top of the new technology and get trained on certain things, then feel free to let me know, and then I'll be able to connect you with our group and get you into our group that we have for business owners, okay? But make sure that you are utilizing the trial periods for your business so you can really make an educated decision on if you're going to keep it or not, okay? If you're going to keep it or not. So that's a great tip for business owners as well. Now, tip number 10 out of our 25 tips here is to develop a YouTube channel. Now, we know YouTube is really big. Do you have a YouTube channel for your company, business owner? And I just had a coaching session with one of my clients, and that's one of the things that we did. We set up her YouTube channel this week. So now we have this time available. You have this time. Make sure that you do have a YouTube channel. Make sure you're uploading videos and that you're looking at the branding for your YouTube channel, okay? That's a wonderful opportunity for you to make sure that you are on YouTube. So create your YouTube channel and make sure that you are utilizing it. Here's our next tip for you for business owners here. Tip number 11, set up an Instagram account or have one. Use your Instagram account. Now, Instagram is huge. And how many of you have an Instagram account? If you do have one, comment below, say, I have an Instagram, or just type Instagram if you do have an Instagram account. I would love to follow you, by the way. So if you are on Instagram, go ahead and comment below so I'm able to connect with you and follow you and for us to connect on Instagram. But there are a lot of changes happening with Instagram regarding Instagram stories, IGTV, engaging with people, running ads on Instagram. There's a lot happening with that. Videos that you can now have on IGTV and Instagram and platforms that can schedule out your post, schedule out your stories. Lots of movement, lots of wonderful things that are happening with Instagram. So entrepreneur, business owner, make sure you do have an Instagram account for your business, for yourself. There's an opportunity for you to have it for your business too. But do you have an Instagram account? Do you know what you want that branding to look like for your business online on Instagram? Are you familiar with Instagram stories? Do you have a plan to schedule out your Instagram stories so that you don't have to be there at your on your laptop or your computer or your phone doing that every time you have to post? Yeah, lots going on, lots happening with Instagram, and again, future trainings will be on that. I have been secretly coached with some wonderful people on that platform. I've been not really mentioning it much, but lots of things are happening and changing with my business on Instagram. Feel free to follow me. You can find me, Kimberly A. Benjamin. You can learn more about what we're doing on Instagram. But do you have an Instagram account? And what's your strategy on Instagram? Do people know about you on Instagram? Have you been promoting your business, your product, your service on that wonderful platform? When's the last time you created a video for Instagram? Do you have an IGTV channel where people can see your videos, see your series of videos? Lots of movement, lots of wonderful things are happening. Make sure that you take this opportunity to create your Instagram account during this time that you have right now, over the next 14 to 30 days, depending upon, how long you have to be home, etc. Okay. IG is huge. So make sure you're doing something with IG. Now, LinkedIn. LinkedIn is another platform that is for professionals. And as an HR professional, that's where I go to find candidates. That's where I go to connect with people in my field of human resources. I am excited to announce as well. With Instagram, they only have a select group of people able to do lives on Instagram. You can post a video out there, but not everyone can do a live. Like on this platform, we can do lives, everyone, right? On Instagram, people can do lives, right? On LinkedIn, not everyone can. I'm honored to say that I've been selected. So I'm one of the few. Praise God. He gets the glory. I'm able to do lives on LinkedIn. And that is the professional platform. That's where people go to network. That's where people go to meet with other professionals, to look for jobs, or just to network with other business owners. So do you have a LinkedIn account? If you do, when's the last time you've utilized it? Have you connected with people on LinkedIn? Do you send messages to people and connect with them? Do you create articles and post them on LinkedIn? Have you looked for candidates or placed job openings on LinkedIn through that platform? So LinkedIn is the platform for professionals for networking. And if you don't have one, I do recommend it. I do conduct LinkedIn profile evaluations as well. So if that's something that you're saying, I have an account, haven't used it in years, I need some help with that, that's something that we can help you with. But make sure that you are utilizing LinkedIn Business Professional. You really should be on LinkedIn and have an account. The next tip here for us for business professionals is just to identify your goals for the rest of the year. As I shared earlier, we're towards the end of first quarter, so we still have second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter still here. Make sure that you're looking at what are your goals for the rest of the year. What are you going to obtain, your business is going to obtain, reach by the end of second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. It's not too late to reevaluate. And for those of you that had set some goals earlier in January, at the end of December, but now you're realizing you really aren't on the right track to obtain your goals, this is a perfect time for you to sit back and, from a business standpoint, evaluate where you are and where you need to be, and then go ahead and put together a plan of action for the remaining quarters that we have in the year. So really look at your goals for the rest of the year. Who are the people you want to meet with? For speakers, where are the organizations that you want to connect with or speak? Or what are some of the trade shows you want to exhibit at? Who are the people that you really want to connect with? Who are the coaches you need to follow or the training you need to receive so that your business is really able to go to the next level? Identifying, is your business legal and compliant with the employment laws? So start thinking about, okay, what are the goals that I have for the rest of the year? And then make sure that you do put together your plan of action so you're able to obtain those goals for your business. Now, tip number 14, developing a marketing plan for your business. So how's your marketing going for your company, for your business? You may be at a place now where this is all new to you and you really haven't really told people about what you're doing because you're in that beginning stage where you're trying to figure out, okay, what's my purpose in business? What platform do I need to be on? What's the proper marketing strategy I need to have for my company? I understand that. And then there may be others too that you have been in business for a while, but if you were to be honest with yourself, you would really say, okay, I haven't marketed. I haven't really focused on putting together a marketing strategy. I really haven't focused on social media. I haven't done any lives. People really don't know much about my company. I only get new people through referrals, but me coming here and doing videos and all that, it really isn't my cup of tea. Let me tell you something. With social media, and especially with this platform here, business owner, with Facebook, posting things on your business profile is good, but videos are better. Right now, if you were just to post images or post quotes or post pictures, not all of the people that follow you will see it. But when you post live videos, it expands your reach a whole lot more. So I'm going to challenge you to really consider doing Facebook Lives so that people can know about it and know about your services. As well as having Facebook business pages. You really should have that. So do you have a Facebook business page where people can learn more about your products and services? And that's the platform that you use when you want to have place a Facebook ad as well. So it's important you do have a business page on Facebook. Okay. Here's our next tip for you. Host a watch party. I mentioned that in another video that I did. I did another video just in general. We went over 65 tips. What are things that you can do to work from home or to while you're at home and you're quarantined at home? What are the things you can do so people can still be productive? But I knew for my business owners and entrepreneurs, I have to do something different. We're special with the business piece of it, so not everything would have pertained to us. So it is important to recognize that, make people aware of your services, and you can do that by videos that you have created in the past. You can create a watch party where you would, on your page, identify the videos, open up like a new post, if you will, but then select watch party. And then you can select the videos that you want people to watch, and they'll be educated about your services as well. Okay? So be mindful that you can create your own watch party, business owner, here on this platform. Now, another tip I want to share with you is tip number 18 is creating a new program for your business. Now, a lot of times we hear people saying product launch, or you're launching, or you're creating a new service or product, and you need to have this plan in place to make people aware of it, right? How many of you heard of product launch? Product launch? Yes. Yes. That's what we do as business owners. That's what we should have as business owners. So this could be a perfect opportunity for you to start thinking about for the rest of the year. What are the things I really want to launch? What are the things I really want to make the public aware of our products and services? What new program are you going to implement and kick off this year? What new service are you going to implement? What new digital program, podcast, are you going to develop? What new online training you're going to provide? Is it going to be only audio, or is it going to be video too? What type of series that you're going to have developed? What type of program? What type of coaching program will you be incorporating or implementing this year? So I want you to start thinking about your product launch. What are the things you're going to implement to market to your customers, to clients? And this is a perfect time right now for you to start thinking about what do you need to do every week to make sure you're moving in the right direction to launch that product properly. And if this is a new topic for you and you're a little confused about it and you want to understand how to properly launch your product and your services or that event that you have planned coming up, etc., whatever that is, we're going to have more training on that in our business group. If that's something that you think you need a little bit more information on, and after this video, I'll make sure to add a link to our group so you're able to connect with us over there to get more business stuff as well. So be mindful of your launches. What are you going to launch? I know I have some products and some programs that will be launched this year. I'm excited to be able to make it public. I've been very quiet, working behind the scenes a lot, being trained and coached and sitting up under excellent people, so that when I do something, being of excellence is really important to me. So to make sure that when I do it right. So if that's something that's kind of new to you, we're going to have more training on that in our special business group, okay, if you need to conduct those product launches. Now, the next tip that I want to share with you regarding businesses, what's something that you can do right now in this time, working from home, being productive, is I want you to identify who are the top 5 people that you really want to work with. So from a business standpoint, have you identified the top people that you want to be mentored by, you want to be coached by, the people you've always wanted to work with? You kind of realize that you have some synergies, that you can work with some things together. Who are those people that the Lord has placed in your heart to say you need to connect with that individual? Take this time now to make a list of those people. I don't want you to forget them, because as business owners, we recognize that God gives us all kinds of ideas, and if we don't write it down, we're not going to implement it. And I want to make sure that you're actually implementing those God ideas that He's given you. Okay? So you may want to invest in a journal or just get a sheet of paper, keep it with you, because as He gives you ideas, write it down. Realize you may not implement everything at that moment, but it's important that you do write it down so that you can catch that vision and keep it. You don't want to lose it, or you wake up and go, wait a minute, this came to my mind, or God gave me this idea and I forgot what it was. I don't want you to do that, because it happens to all of us. So make sure you do write it down and connect and write down the people that you should be connecting with or praying for or seeking God regarding what do you do next with that individual. Identify 5 people that you may want to connect with this year as a business owner. Okay. The next tip that I have for you here as well is for those of you who have wanted to write a book. How many of you have a book inside of you and you know it? God said, okay, you need to write a book. You haven't written a book, you need one. You need to write one. If that's you, take this time to really identify what that is. What's the title? What's the purpose? What's the content? If you are a speaker, have you transcribed your previous seminars so that it helps to develop your book. For those of you who haven't done that yet, do you have some type of recorder that you can use and just kind of talk out your ideas, or just talk about the content, what's going to be in chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just to get started with it? So if that's you and you know that the Lord's placed it on your heart to write a book, make sure that you do spend that time to do that. Write that book. At least get started with it. I know when I've written my book, I have a book for job seekers. I have a book called How to Be Highly Favored and Empowered to Prosper in Your Job Search. And it's a book and workbook. And I remember when I first started that, I was like, Lord, what am I going to write? I was kind of overwhelmed for real, y'all. I was like overwhelmed. What do I do? And I realized if I just take this in bite sizes, it felt less intimidating. And also what helped me too is just to say, Kimberly, what do I know? What do I know? And just pray and say, Lord, just give me the chapters, or however he does it. For some of you, you may not know the chapters yet. You just know some of the content, and then the chapters come later on. Some of you have the chapters, but you don't know what to say. So you utilize the what God gives you and place in your heart to say. Utilize your experiences. You utilize your story. You may utilize your past seminars, whatever it is. But just know that you have it and you can do it, and don't be overwhelmed, even though I felt like that in the beginning. But you can do it. But if God has placed it in your heart to write a book, get started with it. Get started with it. Take this time to just get started. And whatever that looks like, because it looks differently for everyone. Whatever that looks like, you just do your part. You just do what he told you to do. You take that first step. Okay? Now, on the same lines with that, with writing a book, there's a lot of talk, and a lot of people have podcasts now. How many of you heard of podcasting? Podcasting for your business? Yeah. It's a way of you getting the content out and helping people, but they're listening to you. And no matter where they are, they can just listen to it. Like while they're working out, they can listen to you. You may want to consider having a podcast created. Now, one of the things that I get compliments on a lot, and I give God glory for it, is my voice. And I remember one of my Facebook friends had sent me a DM saying, when are you going to do something with that voice that God has given you? And I just kind of smiled. And because I knew that I was working on the podcast piece. And so I'm thankful that God has blessed me with the things he's blessed me with. And so I will be utilizing my voice, praise God, in a podcast that we're working on. So have you considered developing a podcast? A radio station in a sense? Or I know I don't want to minimize that for my true podcasters out there, but have you considered that? And there are a lot of resources, a lot of people locally that can help you with that, as well as online platforms with that. But podcasting, consider that for your business as well. We're almost done. We're on number 22 out of our 25, okay? Number 22, plan your next launch. I know I spoke earlier about what's that project that you're going to be revealing soon. Start planning for that. Do you have the right people in place? Do you have the funding that you need to properly have a successful launch? Do you have the systems in place so that when people start placing the orders and requesting your services, that you won't be overwhelmed because it would all be automated? Things to be thinking about, but plan your launch. Do you have a calendar created with everything you're going to be doing every day as you're preparing for that launch? Make sure that you are planning for your next launch, okay? Number 23, what are you going to do to expand your team? Now that we're kind of being at home or taking it easy, if you will, regarding not running around and having to leave because some of us have to be at home. That's the purpose of this video, is start identifying where can you build capacity in your business. Who are the people that you really need, or the skill sets that you really need to help take your business to the next level. And it's important that you recognize your strengths too, because even though you may be strong in one particular area, you'll know that you'll need help in other areas too, because you can't do all of this yourself. Business owners, we cannot do all this ourselves. We need help. We need a team. So take this time now to think about, okay, where am I missing? Who am I missing? What skill set is missing? What task do I keep doing all the time over and over and over again that is taking up too much of my time? And really, I need to spend my time being more strategic in my company, but I need help in this particular area. Take the time to identify that. Because once you take that time, identify those positions, those skills, those tasks that you shouldn't be doing, it will help you to be clear to let you know who you need to bring on board to help you. Who knows, too, the Lord may start revealing to you people that have different skill sets that can help you in those areas that you've identified that you shouldn't be doing anymore. Take the time to really evaluate your capacity as a leader so that you're able to grow your business and not work in your business so much, okay? Grow your business. That's one of the things that I'm working on. I'm thankful that I have clients on a monthly basis that I provide services, HR consulting services for, and recruitment and staffing services for. I'm thankful. I'm so thankful for them. And if you're watching this, I want to say too, I'm so thankful that you're my client because it is allowing me to be here, be able to provide the services for them, as well as giving me an opportunity to grow and develop my business too. So I have in place now, there are people that I'm going to be bringing on board that will be working alongside with me in my company so that I'm able to build our capacity so we can service more of our clients. Okay? So think about your capacity and how can you expand your team. And you all know, my background is human resources, so I do help businesses with finding candidates. That recruitment and staffing, that's a part of HR. And I do have an executive search firm, so I do help people find candidates. So if you're saying, Kimberly, okay, I've identified this is the skill set that's missing, or I can't do this anymore, I need somebody with this job title do that, that's something that we can also assist you with by finding people that can do that for you. So you need to be freed up as the CEO to be more strategic in your business and to take your business to the next level this year. And number 24 just talks about fill a void. Fill a void. And what that means is we know that businesses are created because of a void, because of a need. Somebody needed you. They need help. So businesses are formed saying, okay, I'm here to serve. I'm here to help that person with that particular problem. So what I would like for you to do, I'm going to challenge everyone watching this video, business owner, CEO, God-inspired entrepreneur. What is that void that you're filling? What is that problem that customer has that you need to be so honed into so you're able to know how you can help them? And if you don't know what that is, it's important that you start with what you do know. Okay. A lot of the programs that I'm a part of, it talks about knowing your company, your customer, your avatar, that person that you're speaking to. Just like I'm speaking to you right now, you need to be able to speak to your customer, your client, that person who is looking for you, needing your services. So business owner, you need to be able to do that as well. So know who you're speaking to and understand their problems, understand their frustrations. Understand why they need you. So business owner, be mindful of that. Take this wonderful time that we have now to really hone in as to what is the problem that you're solving? What is the void that's out there that they need you? Who is your customer really? And are you really in front of them, making them aware that you're here to help, that you're here to help? I must say this, that was something that I struggled with at first because a lot of times people say they don't like to sell. They don't like to be in front of people, or I'm afraid I don't want to be on video, or I don't want to seem pushy or all that kind of stuff. We've all experienced bad salespeople, right? That whole experience. We all have experienced it. And so for me, I had struggled for a while because I didn't want to sound like that, appear to be like that in any type of way. Any type of way. So much so that I would rather shut my mouth, be quiet, not say anything because I didn't want to be perceived that way. Until I got a check in my spirit. And that is that God has gifted me with gifts and talents and abilities. And I'm here to serve the people that He has placed in my life, the people that has said, okay, Kimberly, I need your help. I'm there to be there for them. And if I'm not here and I'm not making people aware of our services and that I'm here to assist you, you'll never know. And that person will go through life realize needing help, but not knowing that God has placed people in our lives to help them, right? So I got over that. After I finally got over that, that took a while, to be honest with y'all. It took a while. So for you, CEO, for you, business owner, what void are you filling? Who have been looking for you for years, but you haven't been showing up? Who is that person in your community right now, in your city right now, maybe even on your block right now, that don't even know about what you do, and you can assist them in their area, their struggle right now? So don't be afraid to make people aware of what you do. Because we all know that it's not about us, it's about helping others, right? Right? Being a blessing to someone else. So identify that void, identify that area that people are struggling with, and don't be afraid to make people aware about what you do. Because God has gifted us with all different types of skills and talents and abilities, right? Someone needs you right now. That skill that you have, that you probably are minimizing, someone needs that. This day and age that we're in right now, where fear is running rampant, someone needs peace. Someone needs that. And I'm going to end this live with this one, our last one, number 25. We made a list of 25 things you can do, CEO, entrepreneur. While we're on this time now of quarantine or just being at home and can't leave, the last one I have here on this list is to identify how you can help the person right now in this current situation that we're in. So this world that we're in right now, the situation that we're in right now, with people having to work from home to stay healthy, the fear that's running, that's happening right now. I'm not going to claim that because that's done in the name of Jesus. That's gone. But what's happening right now, who are you destined to meet with? Who are you called to help, to serve, to assist? And do it. Don't be in fear. Step out and do it. So my charge to every CEO, every entrepreneur that's watching this video and watching this replay, if you're watching a replay, identify your strengths and services and products or whatever it is, whatever God has placed in your heart. How can you help somebody right now? Get your sheet of paper out, your notepad out. How can you help somebody right now in this current situation that we're in? Come up with 2 or 3 things you can do. How you can make someone else's life better. How you can assist or serve someone. How you can provide some type of service online for someone that may need it. How you might be able to connect the right people together, etc. Think of 3 things you can do in this current situation that we're in right now to help somebody that's in need. You can do it. You can do it. So I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I did this video for business owners. If you want to watch the more extended version of the video, feel free to go back and check out my profile page. I did another video that went over 65 things that we can do in this time. It was more general, not based for business. And I pray that this information is a blessing for you. Again, my name is Kimberly Benjamin, and I'm glad to be able to be here today. If you are someone that you know that you need help with your business, or you want to be a part of a group of business owners, God-inspired business owners, we have a Facebook group. And over there in our group, we're going to be having some training, helping people learn how to start their business in 31 days, as well as I'm going to be airing some of our videos. Thankful to have over 100 videos for business owners. It's called Has God Given You a Business Idea? So we have all those videos, and I'll be revealing and showing some of those videos in their group and finding out what the needs of the people in our group have and developing and providing training for them. So feel free to check the comments. I'll post a link in the comments after this live if you're that person that want to be connected with us to get some additional training. But make sure that you go through your list and you stay productive, because God has given you that business idea for a reason. And my goal is that you actually do something with it. Even in this situation, do something with it. So you all have a wonderful day, and remember, be blessed. Bye-bye.